South Park Bridge, do you copy?
South Park Bridge, go ahead.
This is the Impatience requesting a bridge open.
Give me just a minute. I gotta make sure somebody's in the clear, and then I'll control it for you.
Thank you. Interesting. So the bridge just let me know that they're having a gate issue, closing one of the gates. So they're gonna retry in a couple minutes here. So yeah, bridge malfunctions. It's the gate to the sound is this bridge right here. So but yeah, we'll just wait for a couple more minutes here, and then they'll figure out the gate problem, and then we will head down the river. Yeah. Well, I might as well just formally give an intro here. So welcome back to another video here on the channel. We are going to be doing some sailing today, meaning that there's going to be hardly any wind, but the only reason I'm coming out today is because this is the first 70-degree day of the year today. So there's no chance in the world where I would not spend it on the water. So we're going to be basking in the sun today. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, stick around. I'm also going to be showcasing, as you've seen in the last videos, I'm not sure where this video is going to land, but I've actually got the beginning parts of the electrical system working, and I can actually at this point charge my phone on my boat's battery. So I'm probably going to be doing that, testing it out today. I'm going to set up my solar panel somewhere on the boat, catch some rays of sun, and then charge my phone, which is crazy because I'm always having to conserve battery life in order to record clips here. But if this is the case, then I don't need to anymore because I've got a way to charge my phone. So, but yeah, that's what's going on right now. Waiting for the bridge to open up, and then we will head down the river. There we go. She's all opened up, and we are currently flying down the river because of the current right now. So look at that. Whoosh. Vroom, 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 bro. I might turn down the motor a little bit just to conserve gas because of how fast we're going. But yeah, we'll see what kind of winds we get today. Who knows? But who cares at the same time, because it's going to be such a nice day, beautiful skies, sunny weather, calm winds, and more than you could ever ask for. So yeah, better to be here on the boat than at work. Isn't that right? Because today's Monday.
Here's what I found.
And I don't have work today, so can't beat that. Check out this view here. Wondering if I can just like lean the boat and if it's gonna turn. Yeah, look, it's turning. See if we can point downstream here. God, it's a very calm day on the river. Very calm. That does not seem right to me. We should like have it on a trailer or something. What do you think? Alright, made the dog leg, and now straight ahead is Puget Sound. And the wind has picked up, which is good. Nice. We'll see what happens with the wind, but we might just have a chance to have a good day here. No large container ship docked here at the moment. One of the main shipping ports here in the country, Seattle, Washington. Yeah, the city is Seattle, bro. we have entered Puget Sound. As you can see by the waves, the wind is not too much right now. It's giving not much wind, so what I'm gonna do is probably go out close to that mooring buoy, and then around that area I'm gonna start setting up all the sails. Normally I set them up at the dock, but I decided to just do it out here because, for one thing, I knew the wind wasn't and the waves were not going to be too bad, and also I was kind of racing against time because the tide is going down so quick that if I didn't leave early, then I would have been stuck at the marina, not able to come out here. So yeah, that's what was going on. Hardly any boats out here except like commercial style boats. Probably because it's Monday and everyone else is working except me, so there you go. But that's how that works sometimes. So I think that ship right there is going to be coming into the cargo port there. That was the ship I was just I guess alluding to in the previous clip. So all right. Alright, and we are off. Making actually pretty good speed. I'd say we're going maybe 2 or 3 knots right now. Yeah, I'd say very good speed for what the wind is right now. I've got so much time today. I think I'm gonna be exploring a lot in the Bainbridge Island area / maybe in the Blake Island area back there. Just depends on how I want to tackle it. So it's kind of what I'm thinking. Or I could cut straight northeast or northwest if I am able to with the waves. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long this keeps up, but 7 knot winds right now. I'm definitely not complaining one bit. Going about 2 or 3, probably about 3-4 knots or so. Good speed right now. Great temperature. My watch says about 55 degrees or so. So yeah, great temperature, great weather, great wind. It's just perfect. I'm really enjoying it. There's that container ship, and they were I think they're making their way in, although they're slower than I was thinking, because generally those things are like bullets. Like, these things they look slow, but they're like the fastest things out here on the water, I feel like. So yeah, it's just interesting for sure. Got a Coast Guard boat out here that's, I think they're just patrolling Elliott Bay, but they're kind of like going a little bit away from me and then getting close and then kind of keeping their distance again. I don't know why. Right out front of the Space Needle and Pier 70 and the park here. About ready to come about, and I probably won't be able to head at that spot, but maybe where the ship is. I think that's going to be my target, or maybe slightly east of it. Yeah, that's the plan now. I'm going to come about, see where I can position myself. From there, just vibe, you know. Alright, so right around at this tack is the target zone here. So we are heading towards kind of this green ship in front of us. And yeah, that's our destination now. Well, the wind changed direction a little bit. So now the wind was kind of starting to change to the west. So I adjusted my tack. And now we can go this way with no issues. So I decided to change course a little bit, start heading north, and yeah, perfect visibility. You can see the Olympics over there. Man, this sucks. Wind completely died, and now we're stuck in a rolly type situation. But yeah, no wind to speak of. There's another sailboat right there actually who's deciding to come out here too. But oh well, I'm still enjoying it. Very calm out here, very quiet too, because you can hear the bustling of the city. But that's about it. If we can somehow get over there, it's going to be very quiet because we won't hear anything. So calm out here, my goodness. No movement. Peaceful, that's what I can say. Alright, well, while the wind is non-existent, I'm gonna set up my solar panel here and charge my battery, and then I can also charge my phone, and also if I need to charge anything else, I don't think I do, but I need an auto steer because I can't go away from the tiller without going way off course. So I need to connect this up to the battery, and then I'll be able to charge the battery up. And then I can charge my phone, because my phone, believe it or not, my phone is already at like 30 something percent, and we're not even like halfway through the day today. So I'm very happy that I got this system up and working here. Adjust course again here. All right, let's get this running so we can get some battery power, some juice here. I'll have to find a permanent home for my solar panel. Probably I have to make one of those brackets that go on the stern of the boat or something like that. That's I've been thinking a lot about that, like having one of those bracket things that you see on the back, and then on the top of it you can mount a panel or something. I've been thinking of how to do that on this boat. Boy, that'd be nice to have. All right, so I need to remove this stuff and gain access to my battery here. All right, let's adjust course here. There's the battery, so I need to put up my terminals, connect up my charging to that, and then we can get things rolling here.
Very clean, very clean.
All right, check this out. I've put the solar panel here. I'm probably gonna have to move it around a little bit when I adjust tack and stuff, but we're bringing in where the battery's at 14.4 right now. You can see that right there. And I've got my cable plugged in. So that's my charging cable for my phone, so I can just have it running out like this, and I'm able to charge my phone while sailing and not connected to power. That is a first for me. Never done that before, so yeah, this is cool. I'm gonna charge my phone for a little bit. Might put on some music on Spotify, because I've got unlimited power. I can get away with it, so yeah, that's the plan. We've got little breezes enough to ripple up the water a little bit, but that's about it. Just enough for me to steer with maybe a little speed left over. All right, I adjusted tack. Now we're heading west. I also moved the solar panel here so I can collect more sun. So what I was saying earlier is, let me just put this in wide angle view here. Something back here that I construct that's like, maybe this tall, where I could stand under it, and it's here. And then there's the panel is on top of that. That's how I want to do my solar panel. Kind of like how on Sam Holmes Sailing, his boat, Pickled Herring, he had that on his boat. So he had some kind of thing here constructed, and I'd do it where it was like this tall, and taking into effect this stay wire here. And a side benefit of it too is that it would actually provide shade as well, which on this boat I don't have any shade unless I'm unless I'm in the cabin. So that would be a nice little side effect. You can stand under it and be shaded. But yeah, then I'd probably get like 2 batteries and have them run in conjunction. So like just connect the 2 in series. That's what have them run in series. And then I've got 2 batteries charged by the panel, and then I can have access to more things that require more electricity. I'm not sure how to, because I know there's boats have AC outlets, but I don't know if they're not running on DC power. Well, I guess you can have an inverter that converts the DC to AC. Yeah, you can do that. So I could, in theory, have AC power if I have enough solar to keep up with whatever it is, like a microwave or a little convection oven or something. So, or plugging in a lamp or whatever. So, yeah. Little motion here. That's cool. Just a small amount of movement, but it appears we're entering a dead zone with wind, so we'll see how much longer this lasts. But solar panel system is working great. My phone is already at like 43%, down from, it was at 28 when I plugged it in, so it charges very quickly. I'm quite surprised. So yeah, my phone is 100% able to survive out here for as long as it can, as long as the sun is in the sky, I should say. But we're just about to enter the dead zone here. Got the tiller tied up here, so we can come up to the bow of the boat here. Not something I typically do, but it's very nice and shaded up here and quite relaxing, let me tell you. And we're pretty much going straight here. Tried to make sure that we were not deviating too off course, but yeah, check that out. Cool. Little ripples or current or something like that. There's, I need to get a pillow or something, but yeah, the air feels nice. Break from the sun too. It's probably the only shade on the outside of this vessel. Yeah, the tiller is keeping us straight with just tying it up like that. Kind of surprised, but we are actually, let me show you here. We are practically heading straight for Bainbridge Island Marina here. I guess we're deviating a little into the wind here, so it's not perfect, but you can last a couple minutes without having to touch the tiller. I'm gonna go back and adjust it and then fix it up, then come back up here. But yeah, solar is still keeping the battery 100%. All right, let me fix course here. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh. Don't even have to pay attention to the tiller because I've got it all tied up right now. And it's actually keeping our course really well because the wind is not too strong. So it's working. Can actually come up here and lay down and relax. It's kind of nice. Wow. Not bad. Well, the wind went all the way to zero. Like 0, 0. Like no wind. So now I'm just relaxing out here, watching some of the aircraft come into Seattle for landing, and then occasionally I'll see a ferry boat out here. Some power boats too. This guy may be heading to Blake Island or somewhere off over there. Be curious to see where he goes to, but yeah. So the wind was like maybe like a knot or two for a little bit, and then all of a sudden somebody turned off the wind completely, and yeah, we're left with nothing. Left with just sitting out here in the middle of the sound, which you can't ask for a better thing to happen. So, and it's what is it, like 60 something degrees right now, so I shedded off a layer because the wind is not present, so it feels really good right now to have the sun on my arms. Yeah, check out what my fiance made. This looks so good right now. So yeah, just a tiny bit of time has passed. No update on the wind here. Sorry, I'm just fixing my broken tripod here. But yeah, no update on anything regarding wind here. But what I do have an update on is something called lunch, which I'm very excited to eat this right now. Yeah, I've just been sitting back, eating chips and drinking water, and just enjoying my time out here. It's too bad this isn't hot, but I have no way to heat this, so so good. Big old Coast Guard ship here, just left Seattle. They are heading off somewhere, coasting the guard, I guess, or guarding the coast. But yeah, have some waves from some boat. That's cool. Alright, I need to let some more of this line out here because the jib is requesting it here. So, well, yeah, it's doing okay. Anyways, but yeah, I feel a very slight breeze coming here. It's actually filled the mainsail, which is cool. So, there we go. Little something there. Little something to write home about. It's a miracle. My flag is flapping right now, and we're making a little bit of movement here, just ever so slightly. Let's see if it's enough. Yeah, just enough to twist the propeller around on the motor. So, enough movement. Decent movement here. Cool. Yeah. Actually, we've just been kind of drifting, and in the last hour or so, we probably made it a decent amount of the way to Bainbridge Island, just across from Seattle here. Yeah, I see some more ripples up there. So at about 3 p.m. they were calling for 9-mile-an-hour winds. So, and what time is it right now? 2:17. So we're about 45 minutes away from good wind, assuming windy is correct, which generally it is. So yeah, we should be moving pretty good. Might need to put on my sweatshirt again, because the wind off the water is not the warmest thing. So let's just keep moving here. Move, move, move. Okay, so this newfound wind that we got has been pretty consistent. I'm almost to the land over here. I know it gets pretty shallow once we get a little closer, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and come about and head kind of northeast where that sailboat is right now. I think I'm gonna try to tack that way and just go that way for a little bit here. Check that out. The wind has been turned on again. So we're seeing about 6 knot winds. Here's the average, about 5.7 knots is the average wind speed right now. So, you know, not bad, not good, but you know, we can take it. So, yeah, speed picked up a little bit, I would say, but we're still moving at a, I guess, decent clip. Wow, well, here we are. This is, I guess, I don't know what you'd call this neighborhood here. West Queen Anne, probably. But that's kind of where we're at now. I do see off in the distance there, flat water. So, I'm not sure how much longer this wind will last. Hopefully, that's just a ruse out there and that the wind will be fine. But, we'll see. Now I'm gonna try to head up there, I think. So that's my plan now. We'll see what happens because, of course, it appears that the wind is gonna die based on the water. So let me come about here and see what happens. Oh wow, we are doing great speed right now. Best of the day. This is great. So we're heading, I guess we're on a beam reach right now. Yeah, you can kind of see the borderline there where the wind possibly stops on the other side of that. So we'll see, but for now, for these next couple minutes here, we are moving at the best speed of the day. Probably, I would safely say 5 knots for sure, based on my experience with how this boat moves. Definitely. We're a little bit north of Seattle, as you can see. The temperature has gone up. It feels warmer even with the cold wind. The wind feels a lot warmer than it did like 30 minutes ago. So yeah, it's very comfortable out right now. 70 degrees according to that thermometer there. All right, well, we crossed the border, as you can see. The wind is actually not completely dead, but if you look off into the horizon up north, you see all that dark line there? That is ripply water, which tells me that there's wind in that spot, and the wind's coming from the north, so that's gonna make its way down here. That's gonna be perfect for the push back home, that wind there, and we're gonna have a nice southerly, nice northerly wind while we're going south, a nice little run. That'll be really good, and we'll be able to get to back to the marina quickly. It's currently 3:41, and I can't be in the marina until at earliest 5:30 because the tide is currently very low right now, and if I were to try to go in the marina right now, I would not be able to fit. My boat would hit bottom. So at 5:30 the tide is going to be high enough where I would be able to float still when going back to my spot. So that's the plan there. So it's currently 3:41. Probably start heading back south at maybe in the next 15-20 minutes or so. Well, those little ripples I saw, look at that. That is really cool. We are going like 6 knots right now. I plugged my phone into the charger, but now we're cooking right now. Jesus, this is cool. So yeah, this is a nice welcome surprise here from the entire day of just sitting around and waiting for this kind of wind to show up. We finally got it here. I've got to put away my solar panel or else it's gonna fall in the water, so I've got to get that, maybe just put it on the deck here so it's not right where it was. We are really just booking it right now. Here, let me show you behind us. Look at how far we are from the city now. And right here is West Point. There's the lighthouse.
I don't know where you are.
And then there's Shoal Marina just off over there. So this is like really an unexpected development of wind. And now all of a sudden I can just book around like nobody's business. So we've almost made our way over to Bainbridge Island here. Actually, right there is Port Madison. So we're basically on the northern end of the island of Bainbridge right now. I'm gonna hit this land here, and then I'm gonna go straight that way, and we're gonna be getting kind of a what would it be? A stern wind that's, I guess, a broad reach. What is it? Broad reach, I think. I think beam reach is like when you're tied up with the wind. I should know that, but anyways, it's gonna be a fun journey back because I love sailing on runs. It's a lot of fun. And what's cool, my phone is connected to the charger right now, and the voltage is still 13.3. It's hard to see, but the panel I put right here, and it's still getting a little sun. So I've got to find some way to mount that more permanently. Like I mentioned earlier, that frame thing here, but I can't really do that right now. So this is just a temporary solution. Kind of just moving it around and finding little pockets of sun. But yeah, let's come about. Just came about 6 knots, folks. That's how fast we're going. 6 knots. On a day that had, as you saw maybe, I don't know, a couple minutes earlier in this video, 0 wind. And all of a sudden we're moving at 6 knots here. So I've got the sail, the main sail pushed out a little bit. The jib is as well, because the wind is kind of coming from our side. We're not on a run like I was thinking. We're on more of a reach. So different than what I was thinking, but oh well, at least we're not having to head back into the wind. That's all I can say. So 6 knots, we're making hell of good progress here. There's the island, Bainbridge Island, behind us as we depart back to Seattle. And all of a sudden, all of the boats, the sailboats, have wanted to come out. And maybe they're just off of work right now. And then they just come out for a little sail for the evening and then go back to bed or whatever the hell they do. So, yep, that's how that works. All right, well, the wind has shifted direction slightly. So now you see where it's coming from. So I had to tighten in the sails because we were going on a broad reach, I guess, or broad reach, I think. But now we're more on a beam reach. So yeah, I tightened in all the sails. It's kind of weird because for a little bit we're cruising, and then all of a sudden it just kind of shifted directions and started pointing more towards like that spot where that sailboat is kind of where the wind's coming from. But we're still cruising really well. Probably still going 5 knots or so, I would say. And we're getting closer to the city, so yeah, and the tide is going up right now, so yeah, tide's going up, wind's pushing us here, and everything's in our favor right now. Definitely a stark contrast of what we were experiencing earlier. I am now on the rail here, foot pushing against the bench seat, battling through these waves, and sails have been pushed out. The jib I let out quite a bit, so that helped a little bit there, but this wind just came out of nowhere. Like, absolutely nowhere. This is not forecast. And look, the seas are like starting to get white caps. Just out of nowhere. It said, what, 9 knot winds were going to be like around this time, but these are more like, I don't know, 15 or something. So yeah, all of a sudden the day got more interesting, so that's cool. We are officially surfing right now. My favorite type of sailing is surfing sailing, which is basically when the wind's coming from behind us. You got these waves that are basically pushing us, and it's almost like we're surfing. See that? And like the way the boat reacts to it. It's really fascinating. You can see the motor's pulled all the way up right now, but it basically gets submerged like it would be in operating position. See that? Like, normally the motor, the propeller, when the boat's completely stopped, is completely out of the water, but with these waves it makes it different. So alright, let us continue onward here. Let's go to the mouth of the river. Look where we are at, by the way. We are, I would say, officially in Elliott Bay right now. We are right here. Look at the waves right here. Set it to wide angle here so you can see better. waves are like. Let's see if I can find one here on camera. Yeah, right there. There we go. Little dancer. All right, let's head. That's where we're heading right now, south. I figured this would be the case. We just entered Elliott Bay, and the wind has all but died. I mean, we're still moving here, but we didn't have the type of wind we just had a couple minutes ago here. So, yeah. But we're moving, and I'm not concerned about you know, time or anything. So. Everything's all good. You can see, I don't know if you can really see, no, but the marker there, you can see how much of it is exposed, how low the tide still is. But at this point right now, I can get back into my spot. So I probably should not have journeyed all the way over to almost Port Madison, but I did it anyways because why not? And it was pretty cool. So oh, the wind has picked up a little bit, so we're moving a little faster. Nice. Sails down, motor down. All right, there's our last bridge. 6:10 p.m., which was a pretty good time because I think we started coming up the river at like, gosh, 5:40 or 5:35 or something. 5:40, I don't know, somewhere around there. But we made good time getting back to the marina here. And through we go to the marina. Isn't that cool? Being able to open the bridge. Sneaking our way through here. So close to the shoreline. But it's probably about 8 feet deep where I'm at right now. Alright, there's our spot next to this guy. So I'm in neutral right now, so all I'm doing is drifting. But what I'm gonna do is, like, once I get into position, I'm gonna start like kind of going like this, pumping the tiller to get me to steer into the spot here. And then I should see the dock right there. And then what I do is jump off like this. Boom. That's how I dock the boat. It's pretty easy. Then I just walk it all the way forward, and then it'll stop right there. So that's how I do it. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Remember to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in the next video.